Welcome to part 2 of How I Made a Life.
Woke up in my dreams with the silence of your screams, eyes wide open, that I can see words left unspoken, that I can hear. I wonder what it means.
In this video, guys, we're going to be covering the vocals for Alive. If you haven't watched how the instrumental was made, you can watch part 1 right here. Also, if you haven't streamed Alive yet, please go stream it. The link will be in the description down below, and I'll send you some money. Okay, so let's jump into the vocal project. Okay, guys, so here's the project. As you can see, we recorded the vocal in a different project, okay, called Vocal Session Alive 22. Okay, it's the 22nd OGs. Okay, and yeah, you can see there's quite a lot of stuff going on here. I hope I can show it all. Okay, so let's take a listen, guys.
Woke up in my dreams with the silence of your screams, eyes wide open, that I can see words left unspoken, that I can hear. I wonder what it means.
Okay, so let's start with the main vocal, guys. Really simple. Let's listen to it raw. Okay, it goes like this.
Woke up in my dreams with the silence of your screams.
Okay, really dry, guys. Okay, so the first step I did was to route to mixer track. Okay, and I started applying all the effects on it. Okay, so let's go through it. First thing I did was to cut out some low end from Mário's voice. Okay, I felt like this wasn't really needed in the song. Okay, then I compressed it a little bit with the glue.
Woke up in my dreams with the silence of your screams, eyes wide open.
Okay, so the glue is compressing the vocal a bit, but it's also making it a bit louder. Obviously, you should do some gain staging, but yeah, this is the way I went. Okay, then next off, I added some DS to remove all the S sounds. Okay, it sounds like this with and without. Let's hear the word silence.
With a silence.
And then with the de-esser.
With a silence.
Okay, and you can see it removes both S's from silence. Okay, next off, I added some PT EQ. Okay, this was just to boost some of the highs. Okay, it sounds like this.
With a silence of your screams, eyes wide open.
Okay, it's more noticeable in the context of the song. And then last but not least, I added a SSL 4000, and once again, just to add some EQ, okay, and compress it a little bit.
With a silence of your screams, eyes wide open.
Okay, it compresses it and boosts a bit of the high frequencies. Okay, so next up would be reverb and delay. Okay, I routed the main vocal to the vocal bus, and then on the vocal bus, I just added some echo boy for the delay I want to play throughout the song, and it sounds like this.
Woke up in my dreams with a silence.
Okay, as you can see, I automated the delay. It's sort of like a delay sidechain, and what it does is at the end of each word, it comes up, okay? So it sort of like repeats the last word said from the vocalist, okay? So without, it sounds like this.
Woke up.
And then with.
Woke up in my dreams with a...
Okay, and this plays really well throughout the songs. Okay, next off, I just added some FabFilter Pro R. This is for the reverb. I really like this reverb for vocals. Okay, and it sounds like this.
Woke up in my dreams with a silence of your screams, eyes wide open.
Okay, so this is once again sidechain reverb. Okay, and as you can see, I did pretty much the same as the delay. So I bring up the reverb at the end of each word or phrase. So pretty much every time there's like a silence part like this one. Okay, this is done so the vocal can cut through while the vocalist is singing, and then at the empty spaces we can fill the song up with some reverb. Okay, it sounds like this.
Woke up in my dreams with a silence.
Okay, and that was all for the main vocal, I guess. Oh no, and by the way, one of the things I did, guys, was, and this is actually the first step I forgot to show you, is I go through the entire vocal, okay, and I try to balance its volume. Okay, so every part that is sounding a bit louder, you need to bring it down like half a decibel, 1 decibel, whatever it's needed. Okay, so I did it right here with this automation. Okay, and as you can see, I'm reducing a bit of these peaks from the vocal, okay, loud words, and this way the vocal will be a bit more balanced and the compressor will work a lot better, okay, because it doesn't have enormous peaks to tame, okay? And that is it for the main vocal, okay? Moving on, we have some back vocals, and this is how they sound. As you can see, I did like a reverse vocal. If you don't know how to do this, you can watch part 1 once again on how to do this. And I did it for a piano, if I'm not wrong. So it's a pretty simple process, okay? So let's see what we did for the mixing right here. So back vocals, it has a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm not gonna go into too much detail, so I'm just gonna tell you what I added to the back vocals. Okay, so we started off with some EQ once again to cut out some low end, then another de-esser to remove S sounds, okay, simple thing. Then I added a stereo shaper just to make the back vocals a bit wider. I can show you what it does. Okay, so let's listen without the stereo shaper. It goes like this. Then we put some stereo shaper on it. Okay, this is best noticeable with some headphones. So what it does is it widens the sound. So in the stereo system, you're gonna hear the vocal a bit more on the side, okay? Next off, we got some reverb, just some fruity reverb and some fruity delay. I think this plays throughout the song. Oh no, actually it doesn't. I automated it once again, just like I did on the main vocal, okay? This time it's sort of a ping pong delay that repeats the last word, okay? Just like this. Okay, then just some EQ to remove some low end again, and then to cut out some high end. Just the most annoying frequencies at the end, okay? Moving on, guys. This is for the backs. For the first backs, let's listen how they sound with the vocal. And this is a sort of a special effect because it makes a lot of a difference, these type of harmonies, okay? In the song, if you were just using the main vocal, it would sound like this.
That I can hear, I wonder what it means.
Okay, sounds good, but then we get that back vocal effect, that harmony effect, and it sounds like this.
That I can hear, I wonder what it means. I feel
Goes
broken into smithereens, and I over the steep ravines where...
Okay, really melodic, guys. Okay, moving on to the break. We have this part right here.
Where the long nights you number with the long fights, I'd ask if we were alright. You fed me all those old lies and it was my...
What I did here, guys, was we recorded some back vocals with Mário, and they actually sound pretty cool. So they go like this.
Broken, broken, broken.
He just kept repeating the word broken, and it actually fulfilled the song a lot. And then we have this.
Long nights, long fights, alright, whole eyes in.
This is just repeating the last word at each bar. Then we have the main vocal again, but I use a special reverb to get it way in the back and create that sort of chorus effect, okay? Sounds like this.
Where the long nights you number with the long fights, I'd ask if we were alright. You fed me all those old lies and it...
Okay, then I added my own voice to it because I felt like it needed like an extra instrument right here. If you listen to the instrumental, it goes like this. Okay, it has that sort of violin on the back, but I felt like it needed something else, so I recorded my own voice, and it goes like this. Okay, it goes like this. This is without the voice I recorded. And then with. Okay, for the mixing of this, guys, I didn't do much, okay? It's just a simple EQ and then some delay and reverb for all of them. I also added some stereo shaper to make the back vocal, one of the back vocals a bit wider. Okay, so Okay, so let's move to the chorus part, and this is also actually a cool effect. Let me show you how it sounds.
You mumble your last goodbye, and I know I won't see you tonight.
Okay, you can see we have this big chorus effect, and the way this is done is, first of all, we just get the main vocal. Okay, it sounds like this.
And I know I won't see you tonight.
Okay, so we start to complement it with the dubs. Okay, and what we do is we create two different dubs. The vocalist needs to record this twice. Okay, so we don't have any phase cancellation and so on. Okay, so Mário recorded both of them, and then what you do is you pan one to the left and you pan the other one all the way to the right. Okay, and individually the left one sounds like this.
And I know I won't see.
Then the right one.
And I know I won't see.
Okay, then both together sound like this.
And I know I won't see.
Okay, then with the main vocal, this is how it sounds.
And I know I won't see you tonight, but I wonder.
And you can see how much bigger it gets. Okay, then moving on, we also need a low dub, which should be a different take as well. And it sounds like this. And Mário sang it with a really low voice. It goes like this.
And I know I won't see you tonight, but I wonder, will I still?
Okay, this is just to add a bit more bass through the vocal. And last but not least, to fulfill this, we created an harmony. Okay, this was obviously sang in a different octave and tone. Okay, it goes like this.
And I know I won't see you tonight, but I wonder, will I still be alive?
Okay, so we went from the vocal solo.
And I know I won't see.
To.
And I know I won't see you tonight, but I wonder, will I still?
Okay, it sounds really, really big. And then at the end, we have this second harmony. Just to make the transition to the drop. Moving on to the last part, guys, and it is the drop. I really had some trouble with the drop, guys. It was not easy, and I feel like at the end of the day, the final product was not sounding exactly how I wanted it to sound. Okay, I feel like the vocal is too much in your face, and Mário has a really powerful voice at the high frequencies, and it was really hard for me to tame it and then, you know, make that sort of more EDM vocal drop. You know what I'm saying? But still, I think it sounds pretty great. And yeah, obviously I'm still learning. Okay, so this is how it sounds. And then the second part. Okay, guys, this is simple right here. We just add the main vocal. We just added, again, some reverb automation to the drop, just like we did in the first part of the song. For the main vocal mixing, we just added some EQ to cut out some low end, then auto-tune at the right key. I actually used a lot. It was like 12, but Mário's voice was on the right pitch, so auto-tune didn't make a huge correction, so that's why you don't notice that robotic feeling. Okay, moving on, some compression. Just to tame it down a little bit. Then I added SSL again, just to reduce some of the high end. And Camel Crusher for the distortion. This is without. And then with. Okay, then I just added some Pro Q2. This is an equalizer, and it's just to cut out some resonances from the vocal. Okay, so the way you do this is you listen to the vocal, you sort of like create this really high EQ right here, and then you listen to the vocal and try to find some resonances. Okay, so we go like this. Okay, This one right here, it really sounds harsh. So what you would do would be to bring it down a little bit, maybe 1-2 dBs, maximum 3. I wouldn't say to cut out too much, okay? Because if you cut out too much decibels, you're going to be ruining the tone of the vocal, okay? And that was it. For the second part, we did pretty much the same, okay? The same thing. And then what we added to complement this drop vocal was just another back vocal. Okay, this one is pitched way up and has a different format. And then we have the low one. Okay, this is both of these are just to make the vocal pop up a little bit during the drop, okay? Just to add that high and low end. Okay, for the processing of this, I don't think I did much. Okay, let's listen to the high one. Some EQ to cut out low end because this one is really high. Then I just cut out a bit of high end as well because it was sounding a bit harsh. And then the special trick here is manipulator, okay? So this is without manipulator. And then we add it and reduce the format a little bit and it goes like this. Because without it, it would sound too high for the drop, okay? Then some stereo shaper to make it a bit wider, you know the drill. Okay, then for the low one, we just had some EQ to remove low and high frequencies and that's it. Okay, we can see the difference it makes. So it goes like this. And then with the backs. Okay, you can see it has a bit more of presence, and this is really noticeable in mono speakers and so on, okay? And yeah, guys, that was all for the vocal project. I hope you guys liked it. Okay, we can listen to sort of a final preview of the vocal. So it goes like this.
Spoken that I can hear. I wonder what it means. I feel broken into smithereens, and I hover over the steep ravines where we would sit and tell the wildest dreams. Where the long nights you numb me with the long fights, I'd ask if we were alright. You fed me all those old lies and it was my last try. I held onto your hand tight, begged to stay by my side, but you mumble your last goodbye. And I know I won't see you tonight.
Thanks for watching, guys. This is how a live was made, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.